Hey friends, this is Jenna and Katie here for you. We are here to tell you all about your winning days. This is super important in our Plexus business, and this is all about, it's just a recipe for success. So we have some ingredients, we have some time frames for you, all to start your day and be successful and have winning days with your business.
So I'm super excited to kick off this sheet. This sheet obviously can be done to your liking. You can mix it up, you can change it up, but this is the one that we use that we feel covers all aspects of your business in order to move the needle in your business. So the winning day sheet, you will do one, and we highly encourage 5 to 7 days a week, depending on what your goal is. If you're wanting to be a jewel in this business, you are going to want to be doing 7 a day. If you're wanting to be a ruby or senior gold, then 3 to 5 is going to be more substantial and more doable for you. You decide, it's your business. The harder you work, the more successful you're going to be. The more consistent you are, the more successful you're going to be. So what are the winning day sheets? Why do you need them? They are for accountability. They are to make sure you are covering all aspects of the business on a daily basis. And so we're going to break this down for you and go over what each of these categories are, how they look, and what is needed in order to make sure you're accomplishing that particular area each and every day that you're doing a winning day sheet. So, right. Jenna, next slide.
Like she said, you would do these anywhere from 5 to 7 days a week. So just depending on what you want for your business. So the first part, the first ingredients to our recipe is, first you want to plant seeds. You are looking for people who are looking for you. So this part should take about 10 minutes of your day. Your ingredients for this are, you're going to interact with at least 10 non-Plexus people. You're going to comment on any posts that you see. You're going to comment on interest groups that you're a part of. That's super duper important to get yourself out there into, like, outside of what you see, the people you see on a daily basis. Those groups are super important. That just stretches your reach a little bit. This is part of relationship building on your winning day sheet as well. This shouldn't, we say 10 minutes because we all know that once we get scrolling on our Facebook, we can go down a rabbit hole and we could be there for an hour. Don't do that. Save that for after you're done with your winning sheet, your winning day sheet. So this should take about 10 minutes. So the point of this is, you do this first because now you're interacting with people, and all of the voodoo algorithms that are in FaceTime, Facebook, your posts are going to start showing up on those people that you have been interacting with first. So you're just trying to make sure that you're being intentional about this. If you know someone's been, maybe you're looking at your stories and you know someone has been watching your stories, you're going to be intentional and you're going to be interacting with those people. So now your posts are also going to show up on their pages. So we're going to try to do about 10 non-Plexus people and then comment on any interest groups or posts. And this is just part of that relationship building, so people know that you see them.
And Jenna, can you touch base really quick on what you mean by interact?
Yeah, so you're liking their posts, hearting, thumbs upping, whatever. This could even be part of, if you can see over on the right of that winning day sheet, it says birthdays. That's part of it too. You're telling people happy birthday. You're looking at, this week is first day of school week where I'm from. So I'm commenting on, oh my gracious, look at your daughter. She's a first grader. How did that happen? Or happy birthday. I can't believe we're actually this old, whatever, So you're interacting, you're liking, you're loving, you're commenting on all of your friends' posts, specifically non-Plexus people, so that you're showing them that you are interested in them, and then therefore they're seeing your post as well.
And I would definitely encourage you, if you know this could be a struggle area for you, going down that rabbit hole, as Jenna said, get a timer out in the beginning and set your timer for 10 minutes. And when that timer stops, you move on to the next aspect or piece of this winning day sheet to help you stay on target.
Yep. All right. Next, Katie. Oh, can't see.
So we're going to actually talk about adding value. And this is educate, entertain, and inspire. You're actually going to be specifically making a post on your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is, whatever platform you use, and making sure that you are making a Plexus post once a day. Now, that doesn't mean it necessarily you have to put one of the products in your pictures, or you have to specifically be talking to Plexus or talking about ingredients. Anything that is driven to help you drive from a Plexus standpoint. So it can be an engaging post where you're asking people for their opinions, because that is, people love to share their opinions about anything and everything. And being strategic about that is going to increase the amount of people seeing your post. So then when you go to make your next post about Plexus, all of those people are new to seeing what you're posting. So you're being strategic about it as well. You make a Plexus post, it can be about a product, it can be about your story. Tell a story, story sell. And so make sure when you're making that post, it's not extremely long, because people will scroll past it. Make sure it always has a picture with it, because people want to see your face.
Yes.
It's your Facebook page. They want to see you, not somebody else. Obviously, there's testimonies. You can pull a testimony in. It can be your testimony. It can be a friend's testimony, any testimony. But make sure when you're doing your post, you are touching on one of these aspects. When you read it before you hit post, did you educate them on anything? Maybe you're telling them about a product. Did you entertain them? So maybe you didn't educate them, but you're entertaining them, and you're helping them get excited about whatever they are seeing on your page, and they want to come back. Or are you inspiring them? Maybe they just need inspiration. Maybe they feel hopeless and they're coming to your page to feel hopeful. And so your posts can do one of these three things. Make sure that Plexus post is touching one of those three.
Can I add
Then you
something?
want to make, go ahead. Yes, absolutely.
Also, be intentional of who you know your audience is. So if you know that, like if you're doing a testimony and you know that you have some friends that are struggling with something, but they just don't really want to talk about it yet, or that's what you're going to look for in testimonies. Like, make sure that you're making connections with your audience.
Yes, love that. Reels. If you're not sure what a reel is, you can go Google, you can go to YouTube and find out how to make a reel, but definitely try and encourage you to make 2 reels a week. In stories is where they're most effective, because people don't have time to necessarily scroll this way, but they have 2 seconds to scroll this way. So reels are very effective, because when people watch your reels, the algorithm is going to send more and more people to come and watch what you're posting. And the reels do not have to be Plexus related. They can be anything related. You want to get more people to your storefront, which is what we call your Facebook page. And then one live. Again, the live doesn't have to be Plexus related. It absolutely can. But remember, you don't want to puke Plexus. So your Facebook page needs to be a great balance of all aspects. Focus on picking 3 to 5 things that you want your storefront to reference to when they're coming to your page. And that is what your post would be about. Mine is faith, family, and fitness, and of course, Plexus. So I make sure one of my posts constantly is always referencing to one of these 4 areas. You choose what yours are, and I'm telling you, those are the type of people you're going to attract. So your live can be about any of those aspects, just because a live helps so many more people come to your page. So we're being very strategic about the types of posts you're making each and every day.
Great. That's funny, Katie. Mine are the same: faith, family, and Plexus and fitness. Also, I want to say, don't be intimidated by reels and lives. It took I'm a very extroverted person, but knowing on a live that that was it. Like once I start it, whatever comes out of my mouth is what's coming out of my mouth. So, but don't be intimidated by it. People actually enjoy when you're being silly or you goof up. It's kind of like a blooper. So
Yes.
don't be intimidated by that.
People don't want perfect.
Mm-mm. Okay. Next ingredient we're introducing a vision to our storefront, guys. We're communicating in a variety of ways. Katie already spoke to this a little bit when we were talking about doing both posts and then doing reels and lives. All of those are different ways that we're reaching out, but we're also having to be, again, intentional about who sees our posts. And if we're keeping our audience this big all the time, then we're only reaching this many people. So every day you should add about 2 to 5 new friends. Use your groups that you're in. If someone's interacting with you in a group and they're asking questions, then friend them. What I do every day is I open up my friends and I look at the suggested friends, and I go through there every single day. And that's where I look to see, okay, who can I add today that would be beneficial for me and for them. Make sure that you're careful about, sometimes I look to see who our mutual friends are, just to see, is this going to work? I guess. I don't know how else to put that. I always look at mutual.
And yeah. And I always look at who are mutual, because if we have if I see my Plexus family on there, I don't friend them. I like to friend people that only have one mutual friend that is non-Plexus. I'd rather have total strangers than mutual. Just because it's gonna be very unlikely that they've heard of Plexus before. So you can be strategic in that aspect too.
Right. And then you can see on our winning day sheet, the other part is reach outs. So once you're making these friends, reach out to them. We use Messenger a lot for this. We might say like, hey, maybe you see someone that's on your stories all the time for your Plexus and they're loving your stories or they're commenting on your stories. Hey, reach out to them. Hey, Susan, I saw that you were on my stories. I'm just wanted to reach out to you, make sure, if you're interested at all, let me give you some information. What information are you interested in? Reach out to them, ask them questions about them so that number one, you're adding value. You're making sure that they know that you value them, and also that you are getting information about them. So you're not just feeding them a bunch of, okay, look, here's everything Plexus has. Like, we don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we are pinpointing what they need and helping them in that area. And also this has a lot to do with not necessarily new people all the time. There's the business aspect of this. So you may be reaching out to people that are already on your team, but now you're introducing the vision of the business side of Plexus. So you need to, it might just be like, hey, listen, this is the opportunity that I have for you. You could be doing this. You could be making this, and this every week. Are you interested? Let me help you out. I would love to help you get started, that kind of thing. So this should take you about 15 minutes of your day.
And remember, as you see in reach outs follow-ups, there's 5 sections or 5 lines. That means you fill up all 5. Right. Don't just get uncomfortable because it's uncomfortable for you. Right. You need to fill out all 5 lines with 5 different names every single day.
Yes. And I will be the first to tell you that was very uncomfortable for me at first, but now it's just second nature. I just do it.
Yep. The more you do it, the more comfortable you get.
Yes. So this is the other part of that 15 minutes.
And that is move the needle. What are the next steps in your relationship? So now that you've been reaching out, you've been touching base, you've been building that relationship, not necessarily mentioning Plexus, but now it's time to follow up. It's time to get to that point where you're bringing up Plexus, you're trying to close that deal, you're trying to help them see what is truly going to benefit them and how this can change their health, change their life. And so literally reaching out, checking in on them, sharing a testimony with them based off of your conversation you've had through your relationship building. sharing a testimony that reflects to based off of what their struggles are,
Right.
inviting them to an event, inviting them to a call, try and do a Zoom coffee date with them to get to know them more, inviting them to a challenge. There's lots of different things you can do to follow up to try and help close that deal. And you need 5 of them as well every single time you do a sheet.
And you don't have to do this on your own. Like, look at your
No.
team. All of our teams are doing challenges. We're all doing events and calls at least once, sometimes more than that, a month. So this isn't something that you just have to make up. Like, I mean, yes, you could do a coffee date or whatever, but when we say challenge or event, you don't have to do this by yourself.
Nope. Absolutely.
All right. And this last part, I think is super duper important. And I'm going to be super transparent with you right now. At first, this was the worst part for me because this is what I do for my job. Oh, no. This is what I do for my job is always professional development and training videos. So at first I was like, but I will tell you now, it's my favorite part. You have to fill your cup in this business as well. So 80% of your success is mindset. So if you aren't in it, this is either a business or a hobby. So you can treat it like a business and be paid and is successful like a business, or you can treat it like a hobby and be paid and be that successful as a hobby. So every day, about 15 minutes, watch a training video or a podcast, and then jot down some key ideas or takeaways. This says 3 takeaways, but I will tell you, mine is always, always, always more than 3 takeaways. Again, this is something, ask your coach, ask your team. We have some really, really talented people in this business that have the best podcasts and training videos for you. Anything from just looking in your Plexus app and looking at the videos that are information about the products to now we can look at other coaches and say, okay, what are you doing? What are your secrets? How do I do this? How do I close a deal? How do what do I do for cold reach outs? What do I do for samples? Anything. Like, you will find a plethora of information in these training videos just within our Plexus community.
So here's the bottom line. Success is taking action. Believe in yourself, wanting it, and being consistent. If you are consistent every single day, every single week, being intentional with what you're doing, holding yourself accountable to doing the work when no one's looking, that is when you're going to be successful and you're going to achieve the goals and dreams that you have set for yourself when you said yes to this business in the first place. Hope you guys have a great day and hope that this is exactly what you were looking for to help you be successful. Have a great day.